In this video, I want to involve you. Not only do I want you to participate, but I encourage anyone who is interested in their security to perform this test on their own mobile phone. This is a weakness that affects all cell phones, without exception. Please listen carefully, because after this video you will understand how dangerous your mobile phone is and how your cell phone is constantly tracking you. It doesn't matter whether you use a phone with a SIM card or without. You can even do this test if you use the so-called secure phone as cryptophone. You will soon find out that your cryptophone is not as secure as you think and cannot keep its promise of security. All you need is a cell phone to take this test anywhere in the world. If you want to take this test in some European countries, you will also need a SIM card inserted in your phone. Again, it doesn't matter whether the SIM card is activated or not. If you want to do this test in Austria or the Netherlands, it's easy. All you need is your phone without a SIM card inserted. If you want to do this test in Switzerland or Germany, you will need to use a SIM card in your phone. Use a deactivated SIM card that doesn't work anymore to imitate the same effect. You may be wondering why this test varies from country to country. The explanation is simple, but first let me explain what the test is trying to prove. A mobile phone is by nature sensitive to the position of the user. If you carry a mobile phone with you and it's switched on, you can be tracked. A mobile phone constantly scans the surrounding mobile phone towers and automatically registers with the strongest signal. This service is provided by the mobile phone and does not require a SIM card. I think it should be clear to everyone that if you're using a mobile phone with an active SIM card, you can be tracked at any time by joining the mobile phone network. But did you know that you can be tracked just by turning on your mobile phone? Without being connected to the mobile network, the towers your phone scans know your phone's identity at all times. Your phone sends the email number to the mobile network as soon as you start your phone. Our test will prove this. It really doesn't matter if you have a normal SIM card, a data SIM card, a VPN SIM card, no SIM card, or even a cryptophone. They all work in the same way. As soon as you switch on your mobile phone, you run the risk of being identified, tracked, or monitored at any time. I will be doing this test in 2 countries, and as demonstration I will be using a Google Pixel running GrapheneOS. I would like to point out that GrapheneOS is for demonstration purposes only. This problem is not unique to GrapheneOS. It is common to all regular mobile phones and cryptophones. Only our stealth phones offer a solution and protect the identity and location of the user. The test 1 is in Holland. We will use a mobile phone without a SIM card. The second test is in Germany. We will use a mobile phone with a deactivated SIM card that no longer works. What exactly is the test now? Try to call the emergency number. Everywhere in the world there is a cross-border emergency system. In Europe, the European emergency number is 112. In America, it is 911. The fact that you can call the emergency number with a SIM card in your phone should make sense to most people. But once you've done the test, you'll realize that you don't actually need a SIM card to make a call. Your phone can make, receive, and handle calls without a SIM card. If you can make emergency calls without a SIM card, then in theory, your phone can receive any service. Calls, SMS, data, it doesn't matter. And just as your phone is already on the network without a SIM card, there's also a way to identify you without a SIM card, to locate you, to monitor you, or to install a virus on you. Some countries, such as Switzerland or Germany, have blocked emergency calls without a SIM card, simply because 80% of the incoming emergency calls were misused. In the past, emergency calls were made for fun or to test the phone before it was sold. Since a SIM card is required for emergency calls, in some countries there's much less abuse. In my test, I let the emergency call ring for demonstration purposes only, to prove that any mobile phone can make an active call without a SIM card. I do not abuse the emergency call by waiting for someone to pick up the call, and I do not unnecessarily involve a member of staff in a conversation. Their time and energy is reserved for a real emergency. My intention is not to overburden the emergency service unnecessarily, but simply to carry out this test with you. And we will take the SIM card off to prove that you can make calls even without the SIM card. So let's put down the phone and please have a look at this. Emergency calls only. So we will take the SIM card off. There's no other slot for SIM cards, and we will call the Euro Notruf, the emergency call, and it will ring. So you can hear it. But we closed the call. We hanged up because we don't want to disturb an employee of emergency service, and we just wanted to prove that calls are possible even without a SIM card. For this test, we will first remove the SIM card and try an emergency call to see if it goes through. Next, we will add a deactivated SIM card and see if the call goes through even when the SIM card is deactivated. We have now removed the SIM card and we dial the emergency number.
Die SIM-Karte haben wir jetzt entfernt. Zeig einmal aufs Handy. Die SIM-Karte haben wir jetzt entfernt und wir werden den Notruf.
The connection cannot be established. The phone gives the instruction to insert a valid SIM card.
Lege eine gültige SIM-Karte ein. Okay. Jetzt werden wir diese SIM-Karte hinzufügen.
We will now add the invalid SIM card. You can see that there's no connection. Only emergency calls are available. We dialed the emergency number and it will be connected. As you can see, it worked.
Ansonsten kann man das hier oben noch mal sehen, dass keine Verbindung herrscht.
A member of the emergency staff has picked up, but we didn't want that.
Notruf starten. Dann kann man das hier einmal hören, es geht durch.
Der Notruf der Feuerwehr.
Now you can see that in the Netherlands without a SIM card and in Germany also with an invalid SIM card you can start emergency calls and therefore your location will be always exposed. Why placing a phone call without the SIM is dangerous even for a secure cell phone. If you can place a phone call, that means the cell tower can see the phone and the phone can see the cell tower. The cell tower can be a real one or a fake one as a GCM interceptor. The phone call will go through the nearest cell tower or a GCM interceptor. This way encrypted call data are intercepted by timestamp, cell ID, location, duration, direction and so on. What is a stealth phone and how does it protect you from this test? A stealth phone has the ability to change your identity by changing your email and IMSI number. It detects and prevents interception attempts and manipulates your location by connecting you to remote cell towers. If you have watched this video carefully, I recommend you that you check out XCell Stealth Phones. Now it's your turn. Test your supposedly secure phone.